Hello, everyone, and welcome to the July 2026 edition of Post ProRes. My name is WH Park, and joined as always by my co-host, the Empress, Karen Peterson. Uh, Karen, how are you on this fine July 4th weekend down in the United States?
Well, it is hot. It is humid. America is Americaing, and yes, I had some beer. I had a steak and called it a night.
That's very American. Steak and beer.
I mean,
very American.
We could have done hot dogs and hamburgers, but for some reason, Dad was in the mood to grill a steak, so we had steak last night. And some
You know what?
wine.
You know what? If I have a choice between hamburger and steak, I'll take the steak.
Yeah.
I'm medium rare person. What about you?
Same.
Yeah. Sauce?
It depends. Because it's summertime here in Florida, it's very hot. So it's like you don't want to overcomplicate the steak. You don't want to. I do love a barbecue. I do love a good smother, but it was just salt and pepper.
Sure.
And it was just enough. Because we had veggies on the side, had some potatoes, some asparagus.
So I bought some steak on the week, like a couple of days ago, to make for dinner. And it's like these cuts that are called fast fry cuts. They're very thin slices.
Very thin slice.
So I bought like 2 packs because they were pretty inexpensive. So I had like 4 small pieces and fast fry. But like I think I over seasoned it. But my seasoning, my rub was like salt, pepper, and a little bit of chipotle.
Hey, you can't go wrong with that.
Yeah, it turned out pretty well. I gotta lessen the salt next time. Next time I do it, I'm gonna use less salt. By the way, this is for the freeloaders, the free show. So you're gonna get not only we're gonna do a preview of the G1. We're gonna talk some news. We're gonna talk about the unfortunate passing of Joe Doering and give you some not too in depth. There's a great article up on the site about Joe Doering by John Pollock.
John did a great job on it.
Just kind of highlights, and then I just want to give some match recommendations and we'll talk about Joe in the first segment, but. I just want to, since this is free, I'll give you some bonus content for the freeloaders. And if you like these are my, tangents. I tend to go off on these tangents quite often. So if you like these kind of things, then maybe sign up for future installments in the Post Wrestling Cafe over on Patreon, and lessen the cost, especially these days of fucking Starbucks. You can get like a month. Of content. Oh my God, this MCU later, which I do with Rich Fan. We talk about Marvel and DC now content. Lots of comic book talk. If you like comic books, we talk a lot about that over there. Also, Karen and Bruce Lord, the big man himself, do the New Japan reviews and other things. In the cafe, and then you have things like the review shows John and Wade do, the retro shows that they do, which are always fun. You have sometimes you get a lot of good content. Talk. They just talk.
Talk's so good.
It is good. I know these two in real life, IRL, but like I learned things. I'm like, shit, I didn't know that about either of them. So that's all great stuff. And we have a lot of great content over at the cafe. So, if you're listening to this for free and you like what you hear, I hope you do, then please come on in. But bonus content, for the longest time, I thought Dr. Pepper, right, was a root beer. Because I'm not really a root beer person, right?
Yeah, it's kind of root beer adjacent, but not root beer.
Right?
Yeah.
So anyways, I was at a restaurant, like this is not recent. This is like maybe a couple years ago. I was at a restaurant with some friends and they were ordering like Dr. Pepper. One ordered Dr. Pepper and one ordered root beer. And I always order like, Diet Coke or Diet Pepsi. I'm a diet person, right? And I said, why are you ordering why are you ordering the same thing? They were like, what are you talking about? You ordered root beer. You ordered Dr. Pepper. And I swear to God, they looked at me like they were fucking Bryan Danielson, and I was fucking AJ Styles, like fucking revealing that I think the Earth is flat. Yeah. And I'm like, they're not the same thing. Well, how do you know? No, and they were like, how do you not fucking know this? And I'm like, I don't fucking drink it. Like, they look the same. I always thought that they were the same because I never fucking drink it. I thought Dr. Pepper was a brand of root beer. So, anyways, there's your bonus content. If you
I
like
mean,
the shit.
The thing about root beer is like I'm a root beer girly. I grew up with root beer floats. They're one of my favorite things. Dr. Pepper, like if you put them all side by side, Dr. Pepper, Coke, and root beer, it's all around the same color. It all looks the same, but the flavor profiles are also very different. But yeah,
I having now like gotten like, for example, I got A&W Zero.
Oh, A&W is a classic,
right? And I've gotten Dr. Pepper Zero. They're different.
Yes,
but they're closer to each other than Coke is or Pepsi is too.
I would agree. I would agree on that. You know, yeah.
I'm not saying it's a fucking Sprite is a fucking, root beer.
No.
I don't know. Like they're the same color. Like what, they kind of smell the same.
I can understand, especially if it's not, I don't know how prevalent Dr. Pepper and or Mr. Pibb, which is like the Coke version of it, is available up in Canada. So
you don't get Dr. Pibb, Mr. Pibb, whatever the fuck.
Yeah. So it's I think it's very much an American thing. It's exceptionally popular, especially in the Midwest and down in the Southeast. So yeah.
American Southeast is the furthest you can get away from culturally from Canada. I feel like in the United States, maybe.
It depends on how south, what part of the Southeast are you talking like? I was like, are you talking about like the deep South, or are you talking like Miami South? Because
I'm talking deep South. Then.
I was like within the same state. It's also two very different climates, as it were.
Anyways, I don't want to offend people who are listening to this. Like, fuck you! How dare you insult the Southeast portion of the United States? Hey.
As a member of the Southeast United States delegation, I endorse this message. I spent most of my life here. I know. So you're not far off the mark, so don't sweat it.
Anyways, that was my thing. But, I really felt like fucking, like, they were Bryan Danielson. I'm AJ Styles. I just revealed that I think the earth is flat. And
were these people in your party, or was it the wait staff at the restaurant?
No, it's my friends.
Okay, well, then you need to have a talk with your friends.
No, we talk about this. Now I just trolled them. I took a picture of this. I sent it. Look, I got, A&W Dr. Pepper. I bought some.
I'm proud of you.
They weren't amused.
Well, then that's a sense of humor issue on their part. Sorry that they don't have whimsy.
That's my sense of humor. I like to troll people.
I like your sense of humor.
Like when if you give me something, I will fucking grab onto it. I will never fucking let go. I will never fucking let go. You give me some information, you reveal something to me, that's it. And I think it triggers you. In not like traumatizing way, but like it annoys you. But
I mean, we always talk about
amusing way to me.
You're my mom's favorite podcaster at Post Wrestling, even though I'm her daughter.
That's right.
It's fine.
That's right. Does that annoy you?
No, mom sends her love.
I know Mrs. Peterson's watching this because it's free, right? Yep. So, Miss Peterson, I hope you had a great, incredible barbecue. According to Karen, you guys did. Lots of love. Anyways. If you're not from the United States, southeast part of the United States, and you're enjoying the content, please, patreon.com/postwrestling.com. We got a big show. So we're going to get into it. First thing I want to talk about is the unfortunate passing of Joe Doering on June 26th at the age of 44. He's
younger than me.
Like, that's crazy. He had a decade-long battle with brain cancer. He be like going to remission, and unfortunately he came back twice, third time actually, and unfortunately he passed away from it. Great wrestler. I want to talk more about, not so much about his death, but more about his life. He trained in Ontario at the Can-Am Wrestling School in Windsor, Ontario, with Scott D'Amore. And he would, I think, have a friendship with Scott D'Amore for most of his career. He went to Impact, I think, when Scott D'Amore was in charge of Impact Wrestling, and he did a stint there. And then his big thing, part of his career was in All Japan Pro Wrestling, and initially under the Keiji Muto era of it. In fact, he was booked by Muto to be his tag team partner for a short time. And just the second coming, really. If not that there is a second coming of Stan Hansen, but if you were to pick someone who is like this, like the stylistic kind of presence successor of Stan Hansen in Japan in like the 2000s, it would be Joe Doering. Like no one else in wrestling came close to kind of embodying the kind of like wrestling style that Stan Hansen had, or kind of like the career that Stan Hansen, you know, like would have in anywhere in wrestling outside of, you know, except for Joe Doering, I feel. And then just great. Let me just kind of, there's a lot of this information. I don't really want to go too deep into it because you can find a great article, like I said earlier, by John Pollock over at the postwrestling.com site. Please check that out. A lot of great things. But one of my favorite things about Joe Doering was in his career was his tag team with Suwama. They're called the Last Revolution because it kind of harkened back to a classic tag team of Stan Hansen with Junichiro Tenryu in the late 80s. And I think that's what they're going for intentionally. And it was fun. It was a fun tag team. He actually was. I'll go over his title reigns in a second, but he had quite a few pretty interesting tag teams, and but yeah, he passed away. I met him twice in Japan. Once was at backstage, kind of at All Japan show in Korakuen Hall. Like not backstage, but like in the section when matches are done, or matches before the show begins, where you can get merchandise from the wrestlers. Like the wrestlers will have their merch tables and do autographs and sell their merch and stuff. So a friend of mine big Joe Doering fan, wanted to meet him and get a t-shirt for his new t-shirt. And so we met, and I said hello. He's very nice then. And then I ran into him in TGIF at Tokyo Dome City near Korakuen Hall, because I was there with an acquaintance who was actually friends with Joe Doering, and so he came by the table. I think the same day. Who else came by the table? Sam Adonis. He's very nice, by the way, in real life. Very pleasant person. Had a chance to talk to him, but yeah, I briefly chatted with Joe Doering. Probably didn't remember me from the earlier time because it was mainly my friend talking to him, but I did say hi. Very nice person in these encounters, very pleasant person. So just wanted to make mention of that. But if you want to know what you should watch if you're interested in Joe Doering, I'm gonna give you some match recommendations. The first one will be from 2012. Two matches actually from the Real World Tag League from November 30th at Korakuen Hall. One is a league a block match. It would be Joe Doering and Suwama taking on Daisuke Sekimoto and Yuji Okabayashi from Big Japan Pro Wrestling. That's a good match to watch. And then Last Revolution would go into the finals, and they would take on the team of Manabu Soya and Takao Omori, also known as Get Wild. And this is not only for the finals of the Real World Tag League, but also for the All Japan Pro Wrestling World Tag Team titles. I recommend that match. Another match I would recommend is from 2015, January 3rd, 2015, Korakuen Hall. Joe Doering versus Go Shiozaki for the Triple Crown title. Definitely worth checking out that match. I think probably maybe one of his, top three of his matches that I've ever seen. Another one would be from the Champion Carnival of 2017 at the Shinagawa Prince Hotel, Stella Ball. It's a league match from April 22nd. And that would see Joe Doering taking on in a Block A match, Kento Miyahara. One of his best opponents was Kento Miyahara. And then we have from another World Tag League match from this time from 2018, from December 11th at Korakuen Hall. The Bomber, that was the tag team he had with Dylan James, taking on the team of the Violent Giants of Shuji Ishikawa and Suwama. And that's a great match. Yeah, it's made more so because of the relationship, like the history of Doering and Suwama. Now they have different tag partners, and now they're rivals now. So that always makes for interesting context. I want to also talk about, let me see, his titles that he has won in his career. He has been World Tag Team Champion, All Japan World Tag Team Champion 4 times. Once with Keiji Muto, once with Keiji Muto, once with Masayuki Kono, once with Seiya Sanada, another one of your favorites, and once with Suwama. Yes. And then he's been Triple Crown champion twice, and he has been the EWA World Champion, and he has been the Impact World Tag Team Champion twice as well. And for his title reigns, he defeated his first title reign was in 2015. Let me just hold on. No, sorry. 2015. Yes. So he beats Suwama to win the title. He has defenses against Akibono, Rhino, Go Shizaki, and then Go Shizaki in a second attempt would defeat Joe Doering to win the Triple Crown Championship. And then his second title reign came in 2017. He again defeats Suwama for that title, takes on Yoshitatsu, Zeus, Kai, until losing the title in 2018 to Kento Miyahara. In another match I would actually strongly recommend. So those are, what, Joe Doering, rest in peace. Great wrestler. And will be missed. And again, too young of an agent at the age of 44. And then check out John's really great article about him over at the site, please. In other news, Tomoaki Honma has announced that he plans to retire from professional wrestling. He is 49 years old. He looks 60. That's what being in the business and smoking 6 cartons a day. I don't know how much he smokes. He is a heavy smoker, though. It ages you. Amazingly, I spent how many years of my life smoking? Pretty much until from the age from like 1990 until 2020. I was pretty heavy. I wouldn't say I was a heavy smoker. I smoked, but I smoked. I enjoyed smoking. I quit. I clean for like 6 years now. So
that's awesome though.
Yeah, but it didn't age me. No. So I'm lucky in that sense. But he did announce his retirement. He's going to he announced it in Yamagata, which is where his hometown is, and New Japan said, yep, he's gonna retire. And Honma, he's been just lieu of injuries. He had the big one from the draping DDT from Jado, unfortunately. But yeah, it's probably a good idea. I don't think he's ever been the same since that injury, even though he came back. So I think it's always a good idea to get out while you're still, have full use of as much use of your body as you can. It's not worth it, especially, he's gone down on the card. And it really, is it worth taking any kind of bump? Being in that position, you don't need to do it. So yeah, there is that, and so when we get to, I think they're gonna do the retirement in his hometown. I think to mark how many years? 20 years in the business. I think
it was a very long time.
Yes. And he started off in doing deathmatch wrestling. He went to All Japan actually first, and then he would jump into New Japan. I think when he actually does retire, we'll do a bit of a retrospective on his career. And then I just want to go through some upcoming shows. And one is related to what we're going to be talking about at the end of the last segment of this show. And the first show I want to talk about is Road to G1 Climax, coming up tomorrow as of this recording, which would be July 6th at Korakuen Hall. And the main matches on that would be G1 Climax 36 B block decision match. Oscar taking on Yujiro Takahashi. I don't know about you, Karen, but if fucking Yujiro beats fucking Oscar to get into G1, I'm not fucking watching this show, this tournament. I'm going to tell John, You know what? If I am not watching any fucking Yujiro Takahashi matches, you cannot force me to. So I quit. I quit the G1 this year until Yujiro is out. But I don't think that's gonna happen because fuck, Oscar's getting into the G1. His fucking partner got into the G1, so that's a given. So, anyways, so when we talk about the previews.
Unless there's an issue with Oscar's like visa, or he has an injury that nobody knows about right now, I don't see John Pollock's favorite wrestler Yujiro Takahashi being in the in the G1 Climax in 2026.
No, but if he does get in, I'm not doing any reviews. Anyway, so when we talk about the previews
matches, then I have a lot of coverage of the G1 this year.
So when we talk about the previews, we're just gonna assume it's Oscar. If we talk about any of his block matches, the second match would be the A block decision match, which is El Phantasmo take on Ryohei Oiwa. And again, I no offense to ELP, I actually think he had some fucking great matches last year in the G1. So, but Oiwa again, he's this is kind of like the G1 for the younger guys. So, not that El Phantasmo is old, but he's more veteran and
yes.
But yeah, I think we'll just assume Oiwa's winning that. And El Phantasmo will be doing undercard stuff, which is fine. He's good in that role as well. Also on that show, IWGP Global Heavyweight Championship, Shota Umino taking on Gabe Kidd. What's your prediction for this one, Karen?
I don't even know. Like, I believe they're both in the same block for the G1, so I don't know why they're doing this match now. Unless they're putting the belt on Kidd for the sake of putting the belt on Kidd at this point. I kind of want it to be, this is me being silly. I just want it to be a double count out or a double knockout or something. So I don't have to worry about it until after the G1. I don't know why they're trying to scramble to shoehorn this match in before the G1 when he just defended it last week at Forbidden Door.
Yeah. And I don't know why, they seem to be trying to get as much as they can out of Kidd before he just stops coming back.
Yeah.
I think he's doing this. He's going to do the G1. But it's weird because when he debuted fully for AW, he's like, I'm fucking done with that place. I don't fucking, I know he's not coming back. He's like coming in as an outsider, as an invader, but it's kind of dumb. I feel like just go to AW, dude. Just be there.
I feel like it would defeat the purpose of putting the belt on him now that he's, at AEW, but also after, the 19 championship attempts by Shota Umino, for him to have only one successful defense of the belt. I just feel like it would just be a waste of time, personally.
Because it's ghetto we're talking about, I'm going to say Kidd's winning this match. He's winning the belt.
I wouldn't be surprised, honestly.
And then the main event, our 100th, unbelievable, the 100th IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion, is taking on Francesco Akira in his first title defense. And, I'm sure that'll be a fine match. I'm just not excited about Yo holding that belt, to be honest. But better than Doki. I'll say that.
Yeah. I think it'll be a good opportunity for Francesco to, be the feisty Italian boy that he has been since his reincarnation. But yeah, had this been 2020, 2021, I might be a little more excited about it. Now I'm just kind of like, at least he finally checked it off his list after 10 plus years. Sure, and whatever. He
can go to DDT if he's the kind of wrestler he wants to be, He's a comedy wrestler, for those of you who are wondering. Pro Wrestling Noah, they're going to have their Summer Epic 2026 tour, and they're going to have a show on July 18th. At the Intex Osaka building, 5A. I guess that's the hall they're going to be in. And,
probably.
And on this show, we're going to have the N1 Victory 2026 Entrant Decision Ladder Match. The fuck is a ladder match to get into the N1 Victory tournament? Anyways, Tarusuke versus Alpha Wolf versus Jun Masaoka versus Daiki Odashima versus Amakusa. So it's an open weight tournament, Karen. Because Amakusa is a junior heavyweight.
Wait a minute.
Alpha Wolf kind of on both.
One of these things is not like the other. What's going on?
And in match title, Smack the Beast. Whoa. Yoshiki Inamura Mr. Smack Daddy taking on Kazuyuki Fujita, who I guess is the beast in this case. Uncontrollable versus Prince of Madness. Tetsuya Naito versus Kaito Kiyomiya. Is Kaito Kiyomiya a fucking Prince of Madness? Is he mad? Is he mad?
I mean, with the booking that he's had the last couple of years, I'd be mad too. But I want him to be like laces to Okada's face mad. I want him to be very angry about his booking inconsistencies for the last few years.
Yeah, I he's in there with Naito. I don't know if he's going over.
He's gonna be doing a lot of the heavy lifting.
GHC Junior Heavyweight Championship match, Tag Team Championship match. Sorry, Dragon Bane and Alejandro taking on Jackie Kame and Rita. This is their 4th title defense. GHC National Championship match. Naomichi Marufuji, the current champion, will take on his former tag team partner Keno in his 3rd title defense. Woo! GHC Tag Team Championship match. The new champions, Passion Max, Manabu Soya, and Yuki Ino, taking on Team X2000's Masa Kitamiya and Takashi Sugiura. This is their 1st title defense. And in our main event, GHC Heavyweight Championship match, our 50th champion, the 50th GHC Heavyweight Champion, Karen, one of your favorites, Shane Haste, will take on former champion Ozawa in his 3rd title defense. I feel Ozawa is regaining the title from Shane.
That is a possibility.
I'm not opposed to Shane keeping the belt, though. I think he's had some fun title reign so far in his 2 defenses against Tetsuya Endo and his friend, current teammate, White Raven Squad, dumb name for a unit, Kenta. So,
I really want to see him defended against Keno, but that's just personal preference.
That'd be great. I was talking with young Jack One On. From our site, and I said, it'd be good to bring into Noah to be Kenta's like managers, fucking the inspiration, aka the icon.
Yes, please and thank you. I think he would just be more stressed out by having the 2 of them around.
No, I think he'd embrace it. I think he'd
lean into it, but it would be like they wouldn't be doing much managing. They would be like antagonizing him the entire time.
No, they'd be antagonizing his opponents. It'd be great. Like, I don't know. I don't really go for like that kind of booking or but I think that just because their Instagram stories were like so fun to watch, I would like to see them reunited.
I miss seeing Jesse and Cassie around. They were good for Kenta. They helped show that he had a personality when he first came to the United States.
Well, the funny thing is like they just call him Kenta. They wouldn't use his WWE name.
They refused to use his
Kenta. Everyone was calling him Hideo or Itami or something. They just call him Kenta. It's great. I thought that was great. From All Japan, part of their Summer Action Series summer tour, on the 19th of July at Korakuen Hall, they're going to have a big show. Suwama and Hideki Suzuki taking on Go Shiozaki and Yuma Aoyagi. Oh, that's a pretty interesting tag team. Another interesting tag team, Kento Miyahara and Kuma Arashi. That's right, Bear Storm taking on Ren Ayabe and Ryuki Honda. This is the prelude match for Ren Ayabe to challenge Miyahara for the Triple Crown, which I'll talk about in a second. Asia Tag Team Championship match. Atsuki Aoyagi and Rising Hayato, the current champions, will take on the challengers of Yuma Anzai and Shota Kofuji. World Tag Team Championship match. Jun Saito and Rei Saito, the Saito brothers, are the current champions. They will take on the challengers of Kengo Mashimo and Daisuke Sekimoto. Oh, please, Sekimoto, please win. Please win these belts. That's a great tag team, actually.
Yes.
So I hope they win. And then also part of the Summer Action Series on the 25th of July at Kobe Samba Hall in Hyogo Prefecture. We'll see a pretty loaded card. Let's see. The big matches, I'm just talking about the 2 title matches on here. World Junior Heavyweight Championship match. Dan Tamura, the current champion, will take on Naruki Doi in his first title defense. And in the Triple Crown Heavyweight title match, as I said, Kento Miyahara, the current champion, he will take on in his 8th title defense, Karen. He's trying to break his record. I think it was like his record is like 11 defenses. Oof. I think I have to go back and check that, but he will take on Ren Ayabe. I don't think they're going to put the belt on Ayabe just yet. I think in the future they will, but I think Kento is going to keep this belt. And finally, in upcoming shows, on September 7th, just the main event has been announced. Takayama Empire 5 announced at a press conference that the main event for their Takayama Mania show will be Minoru Suzuki teaming with El Desperado, fucking Suzuki Gun reunited. And they're going to take on the team of Naomichi Marufuji and Harashima from DDT.
Let's go.
This show is going to feature 6 matches. Fuck, more shows should feature only fucking 6 matches, by the way. And they will, they're going to announce them as they are finalized. Sign those contracts, have press conferences, things like that. Yeah. Anyways. That's it for upcoming. And so before we get into Joshi's side of things, I want to talk about the Forbidden Door. Or as I like to call it, the not so forbidden door. I just wanted my quick thoughts. I know you watched it.
I did.
In a marathon viewing of it.
I did. That was how I spent the 4th of July, was watching it periodically throughout the day.
Well, my big takeaway, first of all, let me just get it out of the way. I like the show overall. I watched it in parts. I watched it in like maybe 3 parts. Like, I can't watch AW pay-per-views like in a row unless I'm watching it live. Even then, by the time like the semi-main or the main event comes along, I'm fucking exhausted.
Yeah.
And then I don't know how these guys do it. Like, got to do a review right after. I couldn't do it. So see, that's what you get if you sign up. You get the stamina, the endurance of John Pollock and Wei Ting, fucking watching a 7-hour show almost, and then talking so long. 2 hours, maybe having to watch a fucking press conference afterwards, and then talking about that shit too. Anyways, I enjoyed it. I thought it was overall a great show. Fuck, what a main event. Ospreay versus Swerve. Great fucking main event. The cage match was good too. I like most of the show for the most part. But it's not really Forbidden Door, is it? It's not really New Japan versus AW anymore.
It's not that forbidden if it's on the calendar every year.
Yeah.
I feel like if you want to make it more of a Forbidden Door fantasy booking situation, you need to take the decks of all the companies and shuffle them and put people together in matches that don't normally team together. That, I understand why it's very much like, it still feels like, I don't want to say it's brand supremacy kind of situation, but it kind of is. It doesn't feel so forbidden anymore. It just feels like it's just another stop to remind people that there's an international partnership between all these companies.
But my big thing is like, well, none of the main events featured any New Japan talent. Don't say Will Ospreay is a New Japan talent. He's not. He's an AEW wrestler.
I was texting you, and I was like, that's how I felt about the Owen Cup as well. I thought the Owen Cup matches were great, but I guess since Maya World had replaced Sari / Takumi Iroha in the contest, it could have technically been considered a Forbidden Door situation. But since neither Iroha nor Sari worked for Stardom, I don't know.
Right.
But but again, I feel like those 2 matches were great matches, but they could have easily main evented their own pay-per-view that's just AEW branded.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
And so it's not, it's AEW versus mid-carders versus, New Japan mid-carders. That's what it is.
For me, the whole triple main event with 3 main events sprinkled throughout the entire show, I thought was kind of silly.
Yeah, that's dumb.
If you want to do a Forbidden Door style main event, Kenny versus Zack was your Forbidden Door main event. Because it was like their first meeting in like 8 years or something. But the Lucha Rules tag match that opened the show with the Young Bucks and Chris Mystico and Shingo and all them, I was like, okay, sure, whatever. But
no, it's just change the name. It's like when they had WWF had those years where there were no Survivor Series matches on Survivor Series. Why the fuck are you calling it Survivor Series then?
Yeah,
same thing. It's not Forbidden Doors. I tell Tony, TK bro, just fucking rebrand this thing, okay? And because now it's embarrassing because the divide between AEW and New Japan is so glaring. It really is. It's like, AEW just big brothers.
Yeah.
New Japan. Now when it was like the other way around, kind of before. But yeah, I don't mind seeing like them having joint cards and stuff. I think that's a good idea. I just don't brand it like AEW versus New Japan. Just have it like interpromotional. Like, oh yeah, we're gonna brand supremacy. That's a WWE thing. Let them have that. Don't be WWE light. It never works out. Even if you're successful like AEW is, just don't get away from stuff like that. Let them have that. You do your own unique things, please.
I also liked the tag match with Edge and Christian and David Finlay and Clark Connors. I was pleasantly surprised to see Jay White finally back. He's been gone for like over a year at this point with no one really, at least me, I have no idea why he was gone, but I'm glad that he took whatever time he needed to take care of whatever he needed to. But again, Bang Bang Gang, it's a silly name for a group.
Better than Bullet Club Gold, I'll tell you that.
Well, yes, that is correct. But I feel like if Bullet Club is truly dead, they need to kind of like shave off those last hanging on elements, rebrand for the love of God, rebrand.
Here's my thing. I feel Juice Robinson is going to reunite with Finlay and turn on them.
I wouldn't be mad at that, but I would also, that would mean we would need to have the gritty Juice Robinson, like when he was like US champ, trying to actually do something with, instead of just being goofy and bored all the time.
I think goofy Juice Robinson is here to stay, which, in his role, it's fine for where he is on the card. If he's like, hanging out with like the dogs and like kind of running interference with them, I don't know. I'm also okay if he just stays with White and the real Nepo babies of the Gun Brothers. It's funny where Jay White called Dave Finlay a Nepo baby. He's never worked in the same promotion as his dad at the same time. You know what I mean? Like his dad probably helped get him into New Japan initially, but he got into the dojo on his own.
Yeah.
Everything he has ever achieved in New Japan is on his own.
Yeah.
Whereas the Gun Brothers, they got into AEW because their dad is Billy Gunn.
Yeah.
That's not to say anything that they're not. Well, I don't really care for them that much myself, but like, the fans like them. That's cool.
Yeah.
But anyways, the other thing I want to mention, I am so fucking sick of Tekla versus Taro Okada. I'm really fucking sick of this shit. Just just book Tekla against a fucking wrestler. Okay. Yeah. This shit where this fucking Okada fuck is like living out his fetishes on screen is just fucking weird. Yeah. I'm fucking tired of it. You're never having a match, right? And what are you gonna do? Have fucking Taro Okada beat Tekla in the ring? No, that's never fucking happening. So just stop fucking doing it. Just have her fight fucking Starlight Kid, Momo Watanabe, fucking Tommy, whoever they want to throw, like from the Stardom, from the locker room against her. Yeah. That's fine. Do that all day, all night. I don't care. Just stop fucking having her fucking beat up fucking Taro Okada, and like it's embarrassing when you like the head of your company, the literal fucking head of your company, the legit fucking shoot president of your company is getting beat up by someone they fired. Because she's the heel. She's not Steve Austin. This is not Vince McMahon versus Steve Austin. Yeah. Dynamic. It's just dumb. Anyways, just my thoughts.
I love that Tekla, they resurrected her idol killer gimmick for the match with Starlight Kid. And I think genuinely, this is the first time that I can remember someone actually pulling Starlight Kid's mask completely off her head. Usually they like, even when Julia went after her, other people, they would always just rip the eye socket of the mask as opposed to stripping it off. I don't think I've ever seen anyone do that in a match, but it could have happened. I just may have missed it. But yeah, I like that Tekla is doing all the things in AEW right now, but I really need the rivalry with Okada to stop, because it was the same thing that people, razzed Rossi about getting involved in matches. It's the same thing. Just because he's a younger man doesn't make it any less weird.
Yeah, just stop it. I don't want to see Office involved with talent on screen. No, please stop it. Anyways, before we get to our G1 Climax, what's happening in the world of Joshi?
Oh, well, it is the summertime. Everyone seems to be having big shows and everyone's getting ready for their single elimination tournament. So as I mentioned earlier, when it came to AEW's Forbidden Door, Sari had to miss the Owen Hart Cup because she wasn't medically cleared. And due to the scheduling, Takumi Iroha wasn't able to substitute for her either. So Maya World took that spot for her. Momo Watanabe was finally cleared to return to Stardom just in time for the Stardom's 5-star Grand Prix. And she is currently the defending tournament winner from last year. So I am curious to see how she's going to fit into the group. Announced earlier last month, I think it was right after we recorded, Stardom had announced that 4 of their talents were going to miss the 5-star Grand Prix. Most noticeably of the 4 was Shuri, who was the 2021 5-star Grand Prix winner, who also went on to win the World of Stardom Championship from Julia later that year. But Rana Yagami, Shuri, Hazuki, and Fua-chan are all currently working dates throughout the United States on a mini excursion situation. So we'll start with Stardom. Notable championship defenses was on June 14th was Stardom Nighter and Korakuen and Hall. Rana Yagami defeated Miku Kanae to continue her runaway with the future of Stardom Championship in 10 minutes and 37 seconds. God's Eye defeated Cosmic Angels with Ami Sourei pinning Aya Sakura to retain the Artist of Stardom Championships. And the Goddess of Stardom Championships, Neo Genesis's Azumi and Miyu Amasaki defeated Fukuoka Double Crazy with Azumi pinning Hazuki with the Azumi Sushi. They're big. I don't know why they still call it the conversion because
they're dumb.
I mean, I don't know if New Japan still owns them technically or what.
They don't. New Japan's owned by Cyberfight.
Yujiro
still owns Stardom.
This was the show title for when New Japan was assuming the parent umbrella over Stardom. So again, revisit your branding, pick a different name. But talking about really long shows, this is one of their monthly big shows where they shoehorn everyone onto the card. But for the sake of brevity, and we have G1 to talk about, I'm just going to talk about the title matches. So again, God's Eye continued their Artists of Stardom defenses, defeating Kikyo Furusawa, Maki Ito, and Rion to retain the Artists of Stardom championships in 16 minutes and 2 seconds. The IWGP Women's Championship, Shuri defeated Rina Yamashita in 21 minutes and 18 seconds via submission using her White Tiger. Wonder of Stardom Championship, Hanan defeated Saya Ida in 19 minutes and 36 seconds. Even though she's over 17, she still calls her finisher 17, so I think Hanan might need to change that. And in the World of Stardom Championship, there was the upset with Suzu Suzuki defeating Sayako Kurara in 21 minutes and 32 seconds to become a 2-time World of Stardom champion with a German suplex.
I watched that match. It was fucking awesome. It was fucking awesome. But I think it would have been better if Suzuki defeated Kamitani instead of defeating what we now can consider a transitional champion. Like Kurara, she fucking brought it. Like she fucking awesome in that match too.
Yeah.
I'm not like Suzuki is a great I've been so high on her since she's come into Stardom.
Yeah.
And I'm glad to see she kind of had that dry spell, I feel, in the booking.
Yeah.
And now she's fucking back, and that match showed why she's back, because she's fucking awesome. Kurara fucking awesome in that match. That's a great fucking match. I urge people, go check that out. It's definitely a match of the year candidate. But at the same time, I'm like, I think it would have been better for Suzuki to beat Kamitani for that belt. But I think I understand kind of why. I think they're saving that match maybe for like the end of the year show, the All-Star Grand Queendom. Is that it at the end of the year?
All-Star Dream Queendom.
Dream Queendom at the end of the year. Maybe that's probably what Kamitani's going to challenge her for that belt.
Possible.
Right? Because and maybe she'll successfully defend the belt against Kamitani in that match. Because I think that's probably their big match they think will draw a lot of people. Rightly so, I feel. But I don't know. I think you could have had Kamitani lose the title to Suzuki and have not.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Because that was kind of like, why did she lose to Kurara?
I feel like it was like the Kurawa was supposed to be kind of like the second coming of Tam Nakano. So it was like after Tam had retired, Kamitani turned heel. They needed a new baby face. But it's hard because there is kind of a bottleneck of talent of those who swirl around the top of the card within Stardom.
Yeah.
That being said, like a couple of this past week actually, Stardom Nighters and Koraku and Hall, there were another defense for Rana Yagami defeating Matoi Hamabe for another defense of the Future of Stardom Championship in 10 minutes and 47 seconds. And I'm surprised they put this next match on this card because Suzu's first victory with the World of Stardom Championship was over a returning Utami Hayashishita in 17 minutes and 51 seconds. Personally, I would have held on to this match a little while longer because Utami coming back is supposed to be a really big thing. And personally, if Kamitani isn't the one challenging Suzu for the belt at some point, I feel like you could easily have a grudge match between Utami and Kamitani at some point.
Yeah, I mean that's probably like I can't recall. Are either of them in the Grand Prix?
We'll get to that.
Okay, let's get to that.
The 5-star Grand Prix is coming soon. So speaking of the 2026 5-star Grand Prix, they kind of adapted a World Cup method. There is a group stage, and then there is a bracketed finals stage. So what's going to happen now is that in the groups, there's going to be 4 groups: Red Stars A, Red Stars B, Blue Stars A, Blue Stars B. Each group league match will be 15-minute time limits. But when we talk about the finals section, those will be no time limit. Same as always: 2 points for a win, 1 point for a draw, 0 points for a loss. The preliminary rounds, the group stage will be in round robin format. The finals will be single elimination tournament brackets. And then any ties will be resolved based on wins and losses over other wrestlers. So part 1 is the 4-block group stage. Red Stars A, so each block will have 8 people in it. Red Stars A will have Sayaka Kurara, Tomoko Inaba, Azumi, Itsuki Aoki, Maika, Natsuko Tora, Rina, and 1 wild card. So I guess there's going to be like a play-in for that 1 spot. Red Stars B will have Saya Ida, Lady C, Mei Sarah, Rina Yamashita, Maki Ito, Konami, Azusa Inaba, and Utami Hayashishita. Blue Stars A will have Aya Sakura, Hina, Miyu Amasaki, Suzu Suzuki, Hanako, Rian, Gruaka, and B. Priestley. And Blue Stars B will have Hanan, Yuna Mizumori, Amisore, Starlight Kid, Koguma, Momo Watanabe, Saya Kamitani, and wildcard person B. So looking at these blocks as it is, you could theoretically have a Kamitani Utami final. But here comes the finalist tournament, which is going to become a single elimination bracket format. The top 3 from each of the 4 blocks will advance. They're making it too complicated. So on August 18th, the 2nd and 3rd place will wrestle each other. And the winner of that will wrestle the 1st place seed within their block the same night. And those 4 remaining winners will go to August 23rd, where Red Stars A and B and Blue Stars A and B will wrestle each other. And then those winners will wrestle in the final, Red versus Blue.
Yeah, this is just...
It's more complicated than it needs to be.
Unnecessary. It's unnecessary. And I think that's kind of like the problem with Stardom. Like for me, in a lot of ways, is like they do so many unnecessary things. Yeah. Like you said, they jam everyone onto onto a big show like the Conversion. You don't need to jam everyone onto the Conversion. Have a 4-hour show. If you're booked, you're booked. If you're not, you're not. You cycle in another show. Okay.
The Conversion had 9 main card matches and 2 pre-show matches.
No. You don't need to have everyone on a fucking show. Okay. Yeah. This is the problem with a lot of promotions. You gotta put everyone on the show. No, you don't. Like if they're not fucking being booked, don't book them. They don't deserve to be on a big show. because of their booking, or they haven't reached that level yet, don't put them on the show. Don't like I don't understand. You think you're giving fans what they want. As a fan, as a longtime fan, what I want are like maybe 6 to 7, maybe good matches that are a decent length, with at least 3 great fucking matches that go past 15 minutes. Okay. Like main event should be 20 to 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Unless you're doing some kind of special match that's going to go longer. Okay.
Yeah.
But don't have a 6-hour show. I don't want to go to 6-hour shows. And if you say, well, how did you justify the ticket price? Don't make the fucking ticket price so fucking expensive then.
Also that part.
Yeah. Yeah. AW, WWE, don't make the fucking ticket price so fucking expensive that you think, oh, we're going to give them a longer show. Don't give us a longer show. Give us a good fucking show.
And include these shows on the platform that you own without an additional charge.
Yes. There you go. There you go, STARDOM.
Call me crazy.
There you go, STARDOM. They need to sort out their kind of business model as well, because this is like, they're not drawing new fans with like, oh, I got to pay for STARDOM World, and then I'm going to pay like $50 fucking dollars. What is it on average?
It averages $35 US per show, and they have at least one per month.
No.
But something like the 5-Star Grand Prix, they'll have like 2 shows on opening weekend on back-to-back nights. And again, your viewing ticket is a time-limited ticket with an archive that you don't get to keep. It goes away. It's not like your Trillers or New Japan World where it stays within the dashboard and you can watch it at any time.
Yeah, you're not drawing new fans because, like, the niche where it's like, I'm a one promotion only person, that's very small. That's a narrow window. Even in Japan now, I feel like that's a very narrow window. Even in Japan, it is like you have to compete for my dollars, my money,
correct,
with at least 3 other promotions. Especially in Japan, I feel.
I genuinely got priced out of watching STARDOM regularly because I mean, I will say that if you want the blueprint of what streaming in Japan should be, look at Wrestle Universe. Look at what you pay for versus what you have access to. It's so much more.
Just do like everything else in Japan. Make your money from touring, from the live shows, and the streaming is an affordable way to attract new viewers.
Yeah,
to entice them to go pay for a ticket.
Yeah,
to go see you live. That's the business model most companies still do in Japan, right? Because here's the thing, it will never be a television product in that sense, like how it is in America. Whether it's New Japan, STARDOM, Noah, Marigold, whoever, it's never going to be that. It's always going to has to be about draw. But if you price people out of watching your product, especially your big shows, no one's coming. No one's fucking coming. I'm sorry. They're not. That's the reality of the business, in my opinion. But anyways.
So for the 5-Star Grand Prix, opening day will be July 18th. And then the finals will be on August 23rd. So you and I will have one recording of post Puroresu for August between then and now. But that will probably be an update show to show where everyone's at.
Sure.
But that's where we're at with the 5-Star. They're I know they're trying to make it seem fresh and exciting, but at the same time, I feel like they've overly complicated it. And plus, this is again personal preference. Not having Hazuki and Shuri in it is kind of a negative for me because one, Hazuki still hasn't won the red belt and she hasn't won a 5-Star Grand Prix, and Shuri, both she and Shuri will have consistently good matches with whoever they wrestle.
Yes.
Again, I understand they're trying to promote the younger talent and give them more of a platform. But you do that with like you do it with a Cinderella tournament. You do it with like a rookies tournament. The 5-Star Grand Prix is equivalent to the G1 in my mind. I want the best of the best. And when you put Rana Yagami's having to run away with with the future belt. So she could easily be in that conversation about consistency and consistently good matches. So it is frustrating to see. That being said, Marigold. Marigold had Marigold Shining Attack on June 20th at Korakuen Hall. The highlights from that show was the Marigold Twin Star Championship with the Twin Towers of Chikugoto and Koki Amare defeating Mai Sakurai and Natsumi Shozuki in 20 minutes and 41 seconds to retain their championships. And Marigold World Championship with Miku Ano defeating Nightshade in 18 minutes and 39 seconds, which this would give her V5 since she defeated Utami Hayashishita back in October 2025. And this also meant that she broke Utami's consecutive defense record. So she is now the longest running or highest consecutive number. I think her longest running is very similar right at this point because it's in the 200s of consecutive days. Their next big show, which I could not find a card for just yet, was Marigold Summer Destiny on August 9th. And then their version of the 5-star Grand Prix, the Dream Star Grand Prix, will open on August 28th and run through September 20th. Sendai Girls. We love our Sendai Girls. They had Senjo 20th Anniversary Tour in Sendai Pit, The Sky is the Limit, on June 13th. Notable matches from that one would be the Sendai Girls Junior Championship with Senka Akatsuki defeating Miku Kanae in 9 minutes and 7 seconds. And the Sendai Girls Tag Team Championships with Red Energy's Mika Iwata and Miki Takase defeating Ryo Mizunami and Manami in 15 minutes and 56 seconds to become champions again. And then their next big show will be on July 12th, so next Sunday. Senjo the Biggest at the Zebio Arena Sendai. This card kind of has a little bit of everybody on it, so I kind of want to run it down real quick. Hiroyo Matsumoto and Yura Suzuki will be tagging against Ryo Mizunami and Saori Ano from STARDOM. Saya Ida for STARDOM will be going against Manami. If you want to talk about a gap in styles, it is this match. Two very different people. A teeny tiny power fighter and a very flexible, big personality sort of wrestler. Aja Kong and Miku Kanae will be tagging against Yuna and Reina Takano. Super Sasadango Machine will be wrestling Daisuke Sekimoto. There will be a 8-person tag match with Anita Vaughn, Sapphire Reed, and Stephanie Mays with Kuroshiro Tokyo Japan against Jaguar Yokota, Unagi Sayaka Saida, and Senjo Daikanon. Spike Nishimura will be in a singles match against Senka Akatsuki. The Sendai Girls World Tag Team Championships will be Red Energy defending against Bob Momo Banana, our girls Mio Momono and Yurika Oka. And Chihiro Hashimoto will defend the Sendai Girls World Championship against Veni. Dash Chisako's 20th anniversary show is still scheduled for July 20th in Korakuen Hall, but as previously mentioned, she is very pregnant with her first child, so she will not be wrestling on the show, obviously, but the card is to be announced. Heading over to Tokyo Joshi Pro, Yuki Kamifuku has announced her retirement. She will end her 10-year career on December 26th at Korakuen Hall, and as a result of her choosing to retire and or graduate, she will not participate in this year's Princess Cup, which will take place in the summer. She has 3 upcoming shows. One will be the Tokyo Joshi Pro Year-End Party 2026, which is also now called Yuki Kamifuku's Graduation Special. She will have her own self-produced show at Fujisawa City Shonan Daibunka Center. Card is to be announced, but Tokyo Joshi Pro talent is expected to participate. And then she also has a night with Kamiyu and friends on November 27th at Korakuen Hall, featuring Aja Kong, Veni, Yuki Ino, and Sumire Natsu. And that also card is to be announced, but Tokyo Joshi Pro talent is expected to participate. The 2026 Princess Cup. Now, Tokyo Joshi Pro is calling this their summer Koshien, and for those who have been with us over the years, Koshien is the annual high school single elimination baseball tournament that happens all over Japan. So again, thankfully they don't overcomplicate it. From what I've seen their brackets, it's still a single elimination tournament, but there are 24 participants that have been announced, but their bracket reveal has not happened yet. Announced participants will include Miyu Watanabe, Miyu Yamashita, Mizuki Shoko Nakajima, Rika Tatsumi, Suzume Hyper Masao, Wakana Uehara, Yuki Aino, Raku Pamharajuku, Mahiro Kiryu, Arisu Endo, Sakura Hattori, Himawari, Himawari, Toga, Haru Kazeshiro, Mihu Ashida, Uta Takami, Chika Nanase, Renko Natsu, Shion Kanzaki, Momosato, and current Princess of Princess Champion Yuki Arai.
As long as you didn't call him Kimochi Warui.
Kimochi Warui. No. Himawari means sunflower, but I really wish they would just call her Sunflower, but that's, again, personal preference. And coming up later this month on the 18th at Korakuen Hall, the full card is to be announced, is their second largest show of the year, Summer Sun Princess 26. Probably the most important parts are the title matches that are on this card. International Princess Championship. Suzume will make her fourth defense against Wakana Uehara as the 17th champion. The 21st champions of the Princess Tag Championships, Miyu Watanabe and Riku Tatsumi, will defend against Shoko Nakajima and Hyper Misao. This will be their second defense. And then Yuki Arai will defend the Princess of Princess Championship against Miyu Yamashita. That should be a very good match as her fourth defense. For the Princess Cup coming up, it'll open on July 20th at Act City Hamamatsu, and there will be 8 matches in the first round. There will be 2 second round days with 4 matches apiece. One is July 25th and the other is July 30th. The quarterfinals will happen on August 8th at Ryogoku KFC Hall. The semifinals will happen at August 16th at the 176 box. I believe that is in Osaka. And the finals will take place on August 23rd at Korakuen Hall. And as always, Wrestle Princess 7 is coming soon in October at the Ebara Wave Arena Ota, formerly Ota Ward Gymnasium.
Woo.
Last but not least, Jaguar Yokoda's 50th anniversary debut show, Gathering, is still scheduled for July 24th at Korakuen Hall in Tokyo. There hasn't been any updates that I have seen. Shall we talk about the G1?
Sure.
I need water. Hold on.
You need water? All right. So, Jaguar Yokota has been a legend in Joshi for many, many, many years. During the peak of her career in the 80s and 90s, had some fucking legendary matches. I can't listen. There's so many of them. I can't even listen to them all. But Karen is rehydrating because she's in Florida. It's hot here in Toronto, but probably nothing. It's probably like a cold Arctic day compared to whatever there's fucking experiencing down in Florida.
It was, I think around 10 o'clock this morning, it was over 30 degrees with 75 to 80% humidity.
Sounds like a typical summer day for me when I was in Japan.
It is. Thankfully, we have central air, but it is very much Japanese summer in Florida.
Yeah.
It's miserable. I don't like it.
No, that's why I never go back to Japan in the summer. I always go in the fall. Actually, so this year, maybe I should tell people I'm going back in November to visit, not to move back. That probably will never. I don't want to work. Here's the thing. I would love to live in Japan again. I don't want to work there. I just don't want to work there ever again. Yeah. If you know, you know why.
The times they are changing in Japan, as it were. But
oh yeah, like I wouldn't want to deal with the current administration over there.
It's kind of the same thing I say about people who want to move to the United States. Don't. Yeah. Visit if you must, but kind of don't.
Yeah, Prime Minister Takeuchi, she fucking ran on an anti-immigration platform. It's fucking. She comes across very friendly and nice, affable, but her party is like super like get the fuck out.
They are ultra conservative, very anti-immigrant. They want to raise the costs of work visas, even though the foreign workers still have to pay taxes. It's a whole thing. But I do follow several YouTube channels where people have fallen for the trap of buying a beat up Japanese old house and they're having to restore it without understanding the immense financial cost that is involved with it, with renovating an old kominka, the traditional Japanese style houses, which is, there's very specific zoning guidelines, building requirements, and all of that. But then I see them when they have it all finished and they're just living their perfect like Japanese, like
Inaka lifestyle, very like My Neighbor Totoro in the forest cottage corner. I'm like,
can I have one of those? I want to go there. I want to go do that thing.
Yeah, like you said, the ads for those are like that show up on like, you know, for example, Instagram and stuff like that. They're very appealing, but then like you say, there is a trap because like you have to spend
a lot of money.
Not necessarily for the land itself.
No, it's the renovations involved
for all the licensing and zoning, all that to the government. Yes. They want you, like the ones that say we'll help you pay for it. Not that much. Not that much. You're gonna have to invest a lot of fucking money.
Do your research.
Yeah.
Please. Yeah. But I also am getting a lot of that are just like, go work in a castle in Scotland. And I'm like, kind of want to do that right now.
Here's what I would do if I was rich. I wouldn't even buy a house. I would just get a fucking Leo Palace for 3 months. Stay for 3 months, go fuck off, and then come back for another 3 months and stay in a Leo Palace. You know, I don't need much. If I'm traveling, like in Japan, I don't need much. A Leo Palace is fine.
It just needs to be furnished
and air conditioned.
And air conditioned. And have its own private shower. That's all I care about.
Yes, that's it. There you go.
So the G1 2026 is just around the corner, my friend.
Yes. The what year is what number is this? 36?
I believe something? I believe it is 36.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah. Let's go through the lineup and I'll talk about it in a sec. So let's go A block first. You want to run down A block for us, Karen?
Allow me to pull up a list of A block.
Let me do A block. You do B block then. I'll do A block. Konosuke Takeshita. This is he's the 2025 winner, by the way. In case people forgot.
Yes, he is.
This is his 3rd year competing in the G1. Hiroki Goto. This is his 19th appearance in the G1. I think he's like the top person, like in far as like how many he's been in. He's the 2008 winner. Oleg Bolton, however you want to say his name. This is his 3rd year. Yoda Tsuji, 4th year competing. Shingo Takagi, his 8th year competing. Jake Lee, 2nd year competing in the G1. Sonata, 11 years in the G1, Karen. 11 years of Sonata. Congratulations to Sonata for getting married to SKE 48 idol. I forget her name. Something.
Oh.
But apparently they met because they have a mutual love for rescue animals. So.
Well, again, if you haven't seen the mini documentary they did for Sonata on the New Japan YouTube channel about his volunteer work with rescue dogs, it is very wholesome.
Yeah.
I highly recommend it.
I mean, I'm not a fan necessarily of his in-ring stuff, on-screen stuff, but fuck, you gotta take your hat off to someone who does that, right? Like, fuck.
Yep.
And he met his wife through that, apparently. So there you go. Worked out.
I love that.
Great Okan, 6th year in the G1. Yuto Ice making his G1 debut. I think he'll do very well. I don't think he'll win it. Too. I think he'll do very well. I think he'll have some really good matches in his block. And then the winner of Phantasmo versus Oiwa, let's just say it's Oiwa and Ryohei Oiwa. So Yuto Ice and Ryohei Oiwa will continue their rivalry in the G1, I'm sure, on one of the bigger shows, probably in Osaka. Probably the Osaka show is probably where they're going to have a match. You know what? We have all the matches, so we'll talk about that in a second.
We do have all the matches.
We'll find out where that be. And B block, who's in B block?
Over in B block, we have Shota Umino. This is his 4th entry and his 4th consecutive entry, and he is currently the IWGP Global Heavyweight Champion. Yuya Uemura, this is his 3rd entry, 3rd consecutive. Ren Narita, 4th entry, 4th consecutive. Drillo Maloney, keep an eye on him during the G1 this year, guys. 2nd entry, 2nd consecutive entry. Zack Sabre Jr., a mainstay and a staple, 10th entry, 10th consecutive entry. Callum Newman, apparently he's going to wrestle it one-armed, but this is his 3rd entry and 3rd consecutive entry. Gabe Kidd, 4th entry, 4th consecutive. Hinari's, this will be his 4th entry and the first time in 2 years because he has been out. On the debutantes list, we have Aaron Wolf making his G1 debut, and play-in winner D will be the winner of Oscar versus Yujiro Takahashi. We're going to operate it with it being Oscar because I don't see them not putting Oscar in the G1.
No. versus Yujiro. I'm just here's my thing. Like, I'm a little underwhelmed, to be honest, because like I thought they would try to bring in some outsider talent to this. But I don't see who you're necessarily going to take out, to be honest with you. Like Aaron Wolf, we'll see. This is kind of a make or break tour for him. We'll see how many good matches. Like who okay, so I'm interested. Nothing with fucking okay. Narita, fuck off. I don't want to see that again, but we're gonna get it again. Okay, Uemura, let's see what he does with those guys. Drill Maloney versus Aaron Wolf. I am very curious about that. Zack Sabre Jr. against Wolf. Okay, it's curiosity because he's a judoka. He's a fucking Olympic judoka, and I want to see what he does, what him and Zack can do in there. And it's gonna be good for him to just get away from fucking House Torture and actually have fucking wrestling matches. That'd be great. Sorry, my phone's just exploding here. I don't know why.
You're fine. You're so popular.
Yeah, that's for me though. Like Yudo Ice going in there against fucking Takeshita, Goto, Oleg. Fucking me. Yudo versus Oleg. Suji, yes. Shingo, yes. Jake Lee, not so much. Sonata, curious. We'll see. I don't know.
It depends on which Sonata we get in this G1.
Great O'Khan, you know what? Great O'Khan is in there with a fucking legit fighter, like with a legit fighter background. Like, fuck. Yeah. I think that's going to be Dark Horse. Great match. We'll see what happens. And of course, Yudo versus Oiwa. Again, like I for whatever reason, I don't feel super excited about this. I'm sure once it gets started, though, I'll be like, oh man, some great fucking matches in this. Thank God. Probably no Yujiro. Thank God. No Bad Luck Fale. Thank God. Like not too many, like some question marks for me at least in like either block. But for the most part, okay. I'm not excited about it because I feel like there's nothing fresh here. But at the same time, there is of course like Aaron Wolf is kind of curious. Oscar is going to have fresh matches. Yudo is going to have freshness. But beyond those three, there's not that much freshness to this. But you know, as long as you get good, I'll probably be okay with it.
The difficult thing about getting folks from other promotions involved in the G1 is because at this time of year, literally every company in Japan is running some kind of single elimination or round robin tournament. Because, you know, I keep saying every year, I want Keno in the G1, but the problem is that they run the N1 victory at the same exact time. And there's no way that they're going to let someone like Keno, who is forever one of your workhorses, multiple time winner of the N1, work the G1 where he probably won't win it.
No, it's like, I mean, if I'm anyone in Noah of like stature, I look at how they treated Kiyomiya in the G1 and I just, no.
Yeah.
I'm not going there. I'm not
correct.
Going there. So the G1 itself will begin on July 11th in Illinois in the United States. It's the second time they've started the G1 in the United States. First time was in Dallas, I believe. And was it 2018?
2018, 2019?
I think it was 18. Wow. They'll be at the Hoffman Estates, where I have seen many a show actually going to Chicago, and it's just outside of Chicago. It's not a really convenient spot because around it's just suburbs. It's not a really good area.
July 6th, 2019.
2019. Okay. So it's been a while since they've been in the United States to start the G1. But yeah, listen, if you got a car, go, you know, and then go to Chicago. If you're not from Illinois, go to Chicago. You can do it. It's like an hour drive, depending on traffic, to and from, you know. But again, in Hoffman Estates area, there's not that much there. Chicago's where it's at. I love Chicago.
Yeah. Oh, there's so much great food in Chicago.
It's such a great place. And so that begins on July 11th, and then it will run until August 16th with the final 2 nights at Ryogoku Kokugikan, returning to the Sweatbox, aka Sumo Hall. Not at Budokan this year.
No.
So interestingly enough, so there's 20 wrestlers that we just talked about over 2 blocks, and yeah, we'll see. Let's see. So Saturday, July 11th, Hoffman Estates. I'm gonna pick my 3 matches that I think are that I'm really excited to see on each show. So Saturday, July 11th in in Hoffman Estates. Takeshita rematch against Yota Tsuji. That should be very good. Yuto Ice versus Great Okan. That should be. I think that'll be dark horse. People keep an eye out there. Let's see who else. And one more. I'm gonna go with Bolton Oleg versus Ryohei Oiwa. I think that'll be a fucking. Yeah. Here's the thing, Bolton. When he's not in there with fucking HOT garbage, I'm always impressed with this guy's wrestling. And I mean, him and Oiwa are kind of generation mates, aren't they?
Yeah,
for the most part, really. So like that I think that'd be very competitive, and I think it'll be a great showcase for him and Oiwa. So that's my July 11th 3 matches I'm looking forward to. How about you? What are you looking forward to from that show?
It's difficult because I could easily say that those 3 would also be the ones I want to see the most. I am curious about Yuya Uemura versus Callum Newman.
Okay.
And my other thing is, I really wish they would have done Goto Takagi on this show, since it's an opening. There's like the first day of the G1 is always supposed to be like, you're supposed to feel like it's all like some really, really big matches. I feel like this is where we go with the cost analysis of it. What they've put on this card and what they are selling the tickets for, I feel like there could have been better matchups on this card.
Sure.
But I would give a soft question mark to Zach versus Shota and Yuya versus Callum. But the other 3 I would definitely lean into. If we get working boots Sonata, like LIJ era Sonata versus Goto could be really good. It all depends on what version of Sonata we get in that match.
I mean, it depends like his actual physical condition.
Correct.
So we'll see. Yes. The jury is out for that. For what version of Sonata we will get.
And that particular show will be reviewed by Bruce and I, and it will be on the free feed. It's going to be the only one on the free feed. So my philanthropy for the month of July is 2 free feed shows.
Fuck.
This one and the G1 opener. So
I hope you freeloaders appreciate the generosity of the Empress here.
My benevolence has been blessed upon the Post Wrestling Cafe. But Bruce and I, because it is a Saturday night show, we're going to review it on the 12th, the Sunday, and then it'll be made available on the free feed later. Just so you all know, because it'll give you time to watch it before the G1 goes back to Japan, starting on July 18th.
Yes, so July 18th, July 19th are both going to be in Hokkaido.
Correct.
Looking at July 18th, I'm going to go with one of my 3 matches I'm going to look forward to are Tsuji versus Goto, Bolton versus Yuto.
Yes.
And, I'm going to go with 4. Shingo versus Oiwa, and Gabe Kidd taking on his former tag unit partner, Trilla Maloney.
Correct.
Fuck, that should be good. I can see Gabe going, fuck you, you stayed. I fucking win. I'm making fuck you, man. And then they just fucking beat each other up.
You left and yet you keep coming back.
Yeah.
How's that working out for you?
Yeah, the backstage to promote this should be good. I think. Yeah.
It'll be very good.
Very good. What about you? What about the 18th for you?
Those are the ones I would pick.
Okay.
I'm gonna enjoy reviewing Hokkaido with John Pollock.
July 19th. What's John got to sink his teeth into? Fucking Great Okan versus Sonata. So depend which versions of either of those guys you're gonna get. He's
correct. And Takeshita versus Jake Lee. July
19th, also in Hokkaido. Let's see what's on this card that I'm excited about for. Kid versus Oscar. Ooh, that's gonna be good. Hanare versus Drilla Maloney. Oh, that's potential. And Yuya versus Zack Sabre Jr. Oh shit, that's a pretty good show. I don't know which one I like more, 18th or the 19th. I'd go to both if I was going. I'd go to both.
And go get some good ramen afterwards.
Oh fuck yeah!
Or before.
And also, it's not as humid up in Hokkaido because it's the northern part of Japan.
Correct. Yeah. It is much cooler this time of year up there.
Kakigori. Get some kakigori.
Some shaved ice. Yes,
that's right. There you go. What about you, Karen? What about the 19th?
You, myself, and Bruce tend to have the same preferences when it comes to matches. So literally, those are the 3 that I'm like, yes, please and thank you. Give me more of all of these things. Give me this buffet of wonderful things.
All right. July 21st, Sendai Sun Plaza Hall. Let's see. We have 5 matches. What 3 am I looking forward to? Konosuke Takeshita versus Yuto Ice. Yes.
That is correct.
Shingo Takagi versus Bolton Oleg. Yes.
Also correct.
And Great Okan versus Oiwa. Fuck. I think that, again, I think he'll have his working boots on with that for that to go against Oiwa. Fuck yeah. Give me that. What about you, Karen?
That is those are my 3 choices.
All right.
Tsuji versus Sonata could be interesting, depending on what Sonata we have.
That's right. Next show on the 22nd, Aoi Nagaoka. Let's see, what of these ones, what do we have here? Looking at this card, Yuya versus Trilamoni, Zack Sabre versus Callum Newman. Oh, I just like when Zack Sabre beats up Callum Newman. So, I'm going to go with that. And then,
Hanari versus Oscar could be good.
No, I'm curious about Wolf versus Kid.
Really?
Yeah, I'm really curious about that. I'm gonna go with that. Not the saying like I think Hanari versus Oscar should be fucking great too. They're gonna beat the shit out of each other. That'd be great.
I'm curious to see what Wolf will do with Kid.
I want to see what Kid does with Wolf.
Well, it's more what Kid does to Wolf.
Yeah. So I'm kind of curious about that. So you're on the same page as me with those, then I guess.
Pretty much, yeah.
July 25th in Oda City Gymnasium. Let's see on this card we have Takeshita versus Bolton. Okay, I'll go with that. Tsuji versus Takagi. Yes, give me that. Unbound versus Unbound, and let's see. Oh God, Jake Lee versus Sonata. No, thank you. I'm sorry.
Ice versus Oiwa, man.
Ice versus Oiwa is on that in fucking Oda. Fuck yeah, there you go. That's the one we wanted to see. Yeah.
Goto versus Okan.
Should be okay.
It should be okay.
Could be great. Who knows? But it depends, like, again, which version of Okan we get, right?
Yeah.
He's not consistent. That's the problem with Okan. He's not a consistent performer. Also in Oda City, the next day in July 26th. Let's see. What do we have here? Drilla versus Newman.
Yes, please.
Fuck yeah.
Yes, please and thank you.
Because I think Drilla's going to beat the fucking shit out of that guy.
He's going to yeet him into the 5th row, and it'll be lovely.
I don't know why I hate Callum Newman so much, Karen. But I fucking hate, like, in a good way, because like I would pay money to see him get the shit beat out of him by fucking Drilla Maloney.
I'm gonna say this is a compliment. He has a very punchable face.
Yes, he's very punchable.
And I mean that like in the character he is portraying right now.
I'm talking about in real life.
I want to roll up a newspaper and just swat him in the nose.
Like in real life, I hope he has like a fun, wonderful life. But in the ring, I want to see him get the shit kicked out of him.
I think he's a lovely gentleman. But this is like Callum gives me the same feeling I had about Osprey for a while, which is I want to just beat him with a newspaper across the face. So yes, punchable in a good way.
Yes. Zach versus Kid. Oh fuck yeah, that should be good. That should be good. And then Oscar versus Wolf. The curiosity is getting the better of me. I want to see Oscar versus Wolf.
I'm curious about that one. I know it might be a cop out, but I think Uemura versus Umino is probably going to be interesting.
Yeah.
If Umino can stay consistent.
Again, here's to be fair, Callum Newman. I also like seeing Shota Umino get the shit kicked out of him.
Well, yes.
So
yes,
and he's not even a heel.
Nope,
he's not even a heel. Anyways, July 29th, Yamato University at the Yamato University Yamato Arena. What's on this show that looks good? Shingo versus Goto.
Yes,
that looks good.
Thank you.
Tsuji versus Yudo Ice. Oh, fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Okay, and if I gotta pick a third, I guess Takeshita versus Okan.
Yeah, that's where I was leaning to.
July 31st in Takamatsu City Gymnasium. Let's see, of these matches, what do we have that's standing out for me? Wow, not much here, unfortunately. Callum Newman versus Gabe Kidd. Okay, again, Gabe Kidd. What's he going
to do?
Fucking beat him up. Oh, Drilla versus Oscar.
Yes, please and thank you.
Okay, but that's it. That's I only get 2 out of that. Everything else is kind of like, I don't know. I'm not excited about it.
I feel like, again, if Umino could be consistent, him versus Hanari might be good. But I feel like Uemura and Zach have a very tall order on that particular card.
Yeah. Now where are we on? August 1st, Hiroshima Sun Plaza Hall. What do we have here? Takeshita versus Goto. Oh yeah. Give me that. Give me that.
Yes.
Let's see. Yoda Tsuji versus Oiwa. Yes. Correct. Give me that. And what else? What's our third one here? You know what?
Takagi versus Okan.
You know what? I think Yuta Ice is gonna drag something out of Jake Lee, and if that's a beating, he's gonna inflict on Jake Lee. I'm all here for that too.
Okay.
To be fair to Callum Newman, I like seeing Jake Lee get the fucking shit kicked out of him in matches.
Yes.
And if you got someone an ass kicker like Yuto in there, fuck it. All right. You know what? Yeah. That's possible. Like Tsuji versus Oiwa, Ice versus Lee, Bolton versus I don't know. I don't think that's and then Takeshita versus Goto for me.
Yeah.
August 2nd in the Fukuoka Convention Center. Let's see, what do we have on this show that I'm excited about? Zach versus Oscar. Oh, they have great chemistry.
Yes.
That'd be good. Hanari versus Kid. Yes.
There will be the martyr on this card with that match.
And Wolf versus Drilla. What's Drilla gonna get out of Aaron? I'm curious about that. Like
I think Drilla will do a lot to help Wolf through the match.
Oh yeah. It should be
I feel like they can rely on him to assist.
Yeah. Okay, those are my three matches.
There is a punchable face battle between Shota and Callum.
There is. I'm not excited about
Uemura versus Narita. If it was New Japan Strong, California Narita, yes, but not Kurt Narita.
August 6th, Korakuen Hall. This is a loaded show. Let's see.
Top batter.
Oh boy, this is a tough one. Let's see. Okay, so I'm gonna go Takeshita Takagi.
Correct. That is a correct answer.
Bolton Tsuji.
All right.
And Goto versus Oiwa.
That is correct.
Those are my three that I'm looking forward to.
Yes.
August 8th, Yokohama Budokan. It's a big building for them to run.
It is a very big building.
Let's see. Who do we got here? Uemura versus Hanare. Okay. Zach versus Drilla. Oof. Okay. And Callum Newman versus Oscar. They have fucking great chemistry. Oscar likes to beat the shit out of him. It's great. Okay, yeah, those are my three.
Yeah, but this is also why I'm annoyed that Umino is defending the championship this week to Gabe Kidd, because we're having this match in a couple of weeks anyway.
There you go.
So yeah, but yeah, so those are also my picks. I have concerns about Wolf versus Narita. I feel like that's where the clown car is going to come in.
Yeah, oh, for sure. Definitely. August 9th in the G-Messe Gunma. G-Messe, yo! Let's see. What do we have here that looks exciting? Goto versus Oleg. Yes. Give me that. Shingo versus Ice.
Let's go!
And I'm going to go with Tsuji versus GOK.
Okay.
Con there.
Yeah.
I'm not excited about Jake Lee versus Oiwa, to be honest with you. I don't think Oiwa's there yet where he can drag something out of Jake Lee, depending which version we get.
I do think that Takeshita versus Sonata has potential.
Sure. Again, depends.
Depends on which Sonata we get.
August 11th in the Nisho Highway Arena. Is it actually on a highway?
I could not tell you. I have never been to Nisho Highway Arena.
I would do a tour of the G1. I would actually do, like, if I was doing like van life in Japan, like get a camper or something like that, I would just do cross country. I would just go to all these places.
It is off of a highway, National Route 23, Highway 23 in Mie Prefecture.
Mie is a nice place, actually.
Yeah.
What do we have that looks good to me?
Kid versus Uemura.
Let me just take a quick look here. Okay, yes, Kid versus Uemura. Zach versus Hanare. And I'm up to Umino versus Oscar. Because I like Oscar beating up Umino. That sounds good to me. Good time to me.
Yes. I don't know how Drilla is going to handle Red Narita, and I don't know how much Callum Newman can draw out of Aaron Wolf.
These are all up in there, so that's why I did not pick them.
Correct.
August 12th in Ak City, Hamatsu. Let's see, what do we have on this? Yuto versus Hiroki Goto. Yes.
Let's go.
Give me that. It's not Takeshita versus Oiwa. Yes. Yeah. And you know what? I'm gonna go with Bolton versus Great Okan.
Okay.
I think there's a possibility Working Shoes Great Okan will come out for another, legit background dude like Bolton.
I will do the same, but I will do that for Shingo Sonata. Just for an old, my LIJ fangirl feelings are very much apparent.
August 13th, back in Tokyo at Korakuen Hall. Let's see, what do we have here? Aaron Wolf versus Zach. Yes, I'm curious about that. Yuya versus Oscar is my second pick. Mm-hmm. And you know what? United Empire versus United Empire. Hanare versus Callum Newman. That should be interesting. So I'll go with those three.
I will do that with a soft, like, I feel like Maloney can pull a good match out of Umino. That's where I'm at.
And then Saturday, August 15th, will be at Sumo Hall, A Block 1 versus B Block 2, B Block 1 versus A Block 1. And then it will also be Tenzan's retirement match, which they have yet to announce, I believe. And then August 16th, the finals will be at Ryugoku Kokugi-Con. And so those are what we pick. So do you want to do gut feeling pick'ems for the winner, the finals and the winner? Let's just do the finals and the winner.
Okay.
I'm taking a look. Like, I haven't thought about this. Like, this is what you're getting on this show. Is like, this is like our raw thoughts. I have not thought about this. You got it?
Wait, are they in I gotta make sure they're not in the same block first. Hold on. I do this every year that I always pick people that are in the same block, and I'm like, wait, they're in different blocks. Okay. Yeah, all right, so that's not gonna work.
Who do you think? This is tough. This is actually tough because I always think about who's going to be in Wrestle Kingdom's main event, right? That's
for B block. It's either going to be Uemura or Maloney.
Okay.
For A block, either Oiwa or I want to say Yuto Ice, but I don't know if it's too soon for that.
Okay.
Or as a safe third, Shingo. You can always slot Shingo in there.
Okay, so I'm gonna agree with you. I think Uemura is gonna win his block. I think he's going to the finals. Okay, and I think he will either go against I think A block's more up in the air for me, at least.
Yeah.
Because I think Uemura is gonna win the G1 this year. I think this is going to be his ascent, the start of his. When they pull the trigger on him, I think they need to pull the trigger on him more than anyone else.
Correct.
In this tournament. So I'm going to go with Yuya Uemura is the G1 winner, and I either think he can go. It's either Takeshita, Goto. I think Goto can go to the finals, and it doesn't hurt anyone if he goes to the finals.
He's a four.
Tsuji, Takagi are all great options. I think though, or Oiwa, so I would, if I was booking it, I would pick Yuya Uemura in the finals with Ryohei Oiwa, and Yuya goes over because I don't think Oiwa needs it either. At this point in his career, he's fine not winning it. So that's my gut feeling pick'em, and is Uemura versus Oiwa in the finals. When you, Bruce, and I review the finals, we'll revisit this conversation. Okay, Karen?
Yes. And then I'll pick Bruce's brain on the opening night when we do the review to see who he thinks are going to the finals.
Right. So we're not. I'm not booking each fucking match to do the match. I cannot do that. That's like beyond like the amount of brain power I want to invest in wrestling in any form, to be quite honest with you. Those people who do that stuff, fuck, I have so much respect for you. Also a little freaked out by like are you thinking this much about it? But anyways, a lot of respect people who keep track of this shit.
That being said, the post wrestling cafe pick'ems contest is coming back. The
That's
C
right.
block is coming back. I will do my best to try to at least stay ahead of the Randobot 85,000 or whatever the name of it is this coming year.
I think I did okay last year.
Last year was my strongest showing in the post C block. I don't think I'll ever replicate that again. So don't be surprised if I just I vote with my heart and not with my head.
No, I go with my gut. I don't even try to make sense of like the math. Like as I'm doing the pick'em, I just pick. I think they should win. I think they should win. And then your math doesn't make any sense to who you picked as the winner. Okay, it does. Whatever. But yeah, we're bringing that back. I'm thinking about
your rating scale.
My rating scale this year. So because in honor of Eric Marcotte, who I'm actually doing quite a few reviews with, I'm gonna do versions of Sonata as my rating scale. So,
I would like to have approval of this rating scale because you know how I feel about versions of Sonata.
Versions of Sonata in New Japan. Like only New Japan. I'm not doing versions of Sonata in Wrestle One. I'm not doing the Great Sonata in fucking TNA. I'm not doing Seiya Sonata in when he was a rookie in All Japan Pro Wrestling. We're gonna do all the versions of Sonata in New Japan. What is the 5-star rating for me? Which version is not as 5-star rating? I'll tell you. I don't even know what the bottom rating is. Which version is not as the fucking bottom rating? Could be fucking Elegante bodysuit Sonata. Could be like fucking Big Boots Sonata. Definitely something from last year.
Not stereo crop top Sonata. That cannot be your number one.
That might be 3. That might be a 3-star match.
That's fine. That's fine. I'll allow it.
That might be a 3-star match.
It's hot in Florida. Ice cream is on the menu.
Listen, for me, like I'm debating. Could be cold. Could be like super weird hairstyle. Cold Skull Sonata. Could be Pirate Sonata. I got to think about this stuff. Like
Pirate Sonata and the Rock and Roll Samurai Sonata. Those should be your 4s and 5s, just so we're clear.
Or IWGP Heavyweight Champion Sonata. That was pretty good Sonata. I mean, like. But maybe I'll tell you what I'm leaning towards.
I would make him 3 just because his
no 3 is gonna be fucking Stereo Jacket Sonata.
Okay.
So I've been decided fully, but I think fucking Pirate Sonata is gonna be 5-star match.
All right, fine.
All right, I'm gonna discuss this with Eric.
I'm prepared not to see him anywhere on this tour this year.
Huh?
I said I am prepared not to see a 5-star Sonata on this tour.
Probably, very unlikely.
But he might surprise us. Who knows?
He'll be present in my rating systems this year.
Okay, that's fine.
There you go. So I'll put that. I'll let John and Wei know this is my rating system for this year. Maybe they'll talk about it. But that's it for us. That's it for the G1 preview. I hope people enjoyed that. I hope they have their matches, that they look at the schedule, and they please pick what matches you think are outstanding for you. If you want to let us know, this is free. This will be you can put them in the comments below. Don't fucking talk about my mix up of fucking root beer and Dr. Pepper, because I will cancel you if you do that. Not that I read the comments. I never read the comments, but hey, just for fun, on the Discord. Hey folks, go crazy. What matches do you want to see from the G1 this year? Who do you think's gonna win? I'm saying Yuya Uemura is my pick. Yeah. Any final thoughts, Karen, about the G1 or anything else?
I can't believe it's here again. To be perfectly honest.
Fuck. I know.
It's a lot of wrestling to watch in the span of literally a month.
Mm-hmm.
But we have a very big team this year, like we do every year. It's you and me and Bruce, as well as Kate from Montreal, Eric Marcotte, John and Wei. And you'll have a nice little staff roulette, as it were, because I don't think I'm recording twice with the same person other than Bruce.
I think I am. I think I'm only with Eric, and then you and Bruce.
Yeah, I'm opening with Bruce, then record with John, and then a couple of weeks later in August I record the Blue Moon. That is me and Kate from Montreal. We will get back together for
that's the name of your team. Blue Moon Momo Banana.
Blue Moon Momo Banana. We are the queens of Montreal. I don't know. We'll have to figure out something. But yeah, Kate.
Yeah, listen, that's my request, man. You guys got to think of. You just have to think of a tag team name. When you guys do team up, okay, on a show. So think of a tag team name. That's my request.
I'll DM Kate and see what we can work up.
That's what they call in Japan a Wagamama request.
Your selfish request.
My Wagamama request. My selfic request is a tag team name with you, Kate from Montreal. No, it got to be something where like I like what did you like, Blue Moon Express or something like that, or Queens of Montreal, something like that. It's all good. All right. Well, thank you everyone for tuning in. Thanks if you stayed this long. Thank you very much. Appreciate your listening efforts. Not as long as a AEW pay-per-view or a Stardom show. Nope. Thankfully. Try not to do that to our
we try
listeners.
Not to.
If you like this, please do think about subscribing. You get this every month at Post Wrestling's Cafe on the Patreon. Post Wrestling, patreon.com/Post Wrestling. I'm not going to go over the fees. You can see them on the Patreon page, but it's really a great value. And think John Wade tried to really reward people who have take the time and effort to subscribe to our channels, whether it's also as a YouTube member or as on the Patreon, whichever way you want to go. Actually, we do videos accompanying pretty much all of our shows. So if you want to see what we look like when we're talking about this stuff, and please become a YouTube member on our YouTube channel.
Please.
And over at YouTube, I don't know what the address is. Sorry. Please forgive me, but it's YouTube something Post Wrestling. It's not hard to find. If you see our logo, that's the fucking channel you want to subscribe to. But yeah, you get everything.
See John and Wade's faces.
Yeah, you get to see I don't know, I think just the cost, the price, paying the price to see John's impressions of Triple H when he does WWE reviews, I think is worth it.
Yes.
For me, I think fuck yeah, you fuck Cody. Don't tell anyone. I fight you. When John does impressions, I let me tell you, I love his Triple H impressions. All his impressions are really good. But you see John's face when he does these impressions. You know what? He'll do these if I'm talking to him in real life, face to face. He'll just break out into a random impression for me, to make a joke, and I get that for free. You don't get that for free, folks.
No,
you don't get it in real life, but less than a cup. Fuck, really. Less than a cup of some fucking drink at Starbucks, you can get all this stuff from Way talking about his Hot Wheels obsession with his sons. It's all good. It's all good. Neil Flanagan's on these things. You want to see him? You want to see me, Karen, Kate from Montreal, and whoever showing up?
Bruce,
Brandon Thurston talking about money.
Oh, I thought you meant Brandon from New Jersey. I'm like, Brandon's on the channel now.
Sometimes he's on the channel, laughing, giggling. You can pay to see that too if you want. You do watch-alongs with him where he talks about Haku randomly showing up in a fucking 2000s era fucking Royal Rumble, and he's laughing about it. Why wouldn't you pay for that? Come on, folks. Anyways. We do appreciate everyone who takes time out to listen. We appreciate it more if you pay for it, because that's the only way you're going to see this on a regular basis.
And that's how you keep us around.
That's right.
Help keep the lights on.
That's right. Keep the lights on so we can bring you the hard-hitting analysis of fucking Tekla versus fucking Taro Okada. And I don't want to see it anymore.
Analyses of various American soft drinks.
That's right. You know what? Coca-Cola Cherry Zero. Fucking don't get cherry soda. I made the mistake of buying that, and I was like, this isn't cherry soda Zero. Fuck, it's cherry soda.
Cherry Coke is different.
Cherry Coke and cherry soda are different.
They are very
different. Soda is more kind of root beer, I feel, or closer to maybe a float. It's trying to taste like a float.
Yeah.
It's not as good as cherry Coke. I made the mistake. I bought a case of it. I had to finish it.
You got to commit to the gimmick, man.
I do. But I'm back on the cherry. But right now, it's my A&W Zero. That's I cycle through these. There's another one I bought. Sprite T. Sprite Zero T.
I don't think I've ever heard
interesting.
of that.
It's I don't know if maybe it's only in Canada. It's interesting.
It might be. Yeah, no,
it's interesting taste profile.
We have cranberry Canada Dry Ginger Ale here, and we also have cherry 7-Up. Cherry 7-Up would be what I would encourage you to try.
Well, you know what? Try if they have a zero version. Because I don't.
They might do.
Yeah, I can only drink zero. I can't do regular.
They are very sweet.
Yeah, so like zero is my age. I can't be doing that shit anymore.
Yeah, no.
If it's zero diet, it's fine.
Okay.
But
I
Karen, next time you're at the supermarket,
there is a diet version. So.
If you're at the next time you're at the supermarket, check to see if you can find Sprite T Zero. I talked about this. I think I don't know if I talked about it on MCU Later. I might have. Anyways, MCU Later. I should plug. We're talking about X-Men 97. I just also last show we talked about the first 3 episodes of X-Men 97, season 2 over on Disney Plus, but we also talked about the new Supergirl movie. You know, I'm not a fan of it. I don't think it's very good. You can hear why I don't think it's very good over there. It has nothing to do with Millie Alcock. She's fine in the title role. It's everything else surrounding her that's not good. You want to know more details? Go check out MC Later, but you have to get on the Patreon for that. That's not a free show. Karen, what about you? Any plugs?
I mean, Bruce and I will be back next week on the free feed with the opening night of the G1, and then you and I will be back. We have to figure out a date in August for the August installment of Post Pro-Res, where we talk about everything but the G1 because Post will have you covered on the cafe.
Yeah, I think I'll be G1'd up by then.
Yeah, well, we can talk about the 5-star Grand Prix and how it's giving me gray hair.
Sure. We can do that too. We can do that as well. We'll figure it out. We always do. Every year we figure out the August schedule. But yes, thank you for listening. Thanks for supporting the Patreon, if that's actually how you're listening as well, or the YouTube channel. Much love. Check out the G1 Pick'em contest over at the site. It's free to enter. I think I don't know what the prize will be this year, but usually there's some kind of prize, I believe. So check that out. There'll be usually the button's at the top of the page. So go to postwrestling.com, check the top page. When it's live, it'll be there. You can make your pick'ems. They're fun to do.
It should be live by the time this goes live.
Yes.
I believe they're going live at the same time on Monday.
See, this is the magic of Pollock and Ting.
Greetings from the future.
There you go. But check that out and check out all the other great content that they've been doing. I got to tell you, can I just say as a plug, like fucking, not for me, but for like the work like John and Branther's been doing, talking about this fucking sale to TKO. Oh my God.
The work that the two of those put in
it's
unbelievable. They're the best of the best.
If you want to see a corporate fucking corruption at its best, oh man, it's amazing. Yeah. Fucking Ari Emanuel. Oh, what a fucking scumbag. I love it. It's great. The way they cover it, fantastic. Better than anyone else in the wrestling sphere, podcasting sphere. I'm biased, but I wholeheartedly believe that. But everyone stay hydrated, stay safe, and until next time, we'll see you later. And until then, goodbye for now.
Matane, bye-bye.